Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick video covering the Nyfter Ergolight 4K. And I think just out of the gate, this is going to be a mouse that either compels you or doesn't. The reason I say that is the mouse is essentially a clone of the NP01S from Vaxi. And we've seen another clone of a Vaxi shape in the Nyfter G Hero Pro. This being a clone of the NP01 and the Nyfter being a clone of the NP01S. Just out of the gate, the mice almost, to me, strike me as though they come from the same factory. The plastic just looks the same. The coating is almost very similar. I do give the slight edge to the coating on the Nyfter G Hero Pro. It feels ever so slightly chalkier. The side buttons, just everything about the overall quality of the mouse and the way it looks like it came from the same factory, and they're both obviously made in China. The skates even appear to be very, very similar, both in aesthetic as well as just feel and glide, as well as on the skin. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I said in my video of the Nyfter G Hero Pro that this was the best budget mouse that I've ever used, and honestly, one of the only budget mice that I've really enjoyed. Overall build quality was really buttoned up, and you get that here with the Nyfter Ergolight 4K. Big difference again from the Vaxi. It does have matte side buttons instead of glossy, and the mouse comes in at 52 grams. Still with good internals, 3395 sensor. It's got a Nordic 52840 MCU. Goes up to 26,000 DPI if you're into driving yourself insane with that, with the extremely high DPI. And blue shell pink dots instead of the switches in the Vaxi. To me, the switches feel very good in game. No issues in terms of side flicks or switch grind. The only thing you'll notice is when going around windows, mouse 1 and mouse 2 feel slightly inconsistent, both in how they sound as well as a little bit of how they feel. Again, just not an issue for me noticing anything in game. I didn't notice any side play. I didn't notice any switch grind in game. So a pretty buttoned up experience. Mouse 4 and mouse 5, I prefer matte over glossy side buttons, so that's a plus to me. The only thing you'll notice is the side buttons do feel good. Again, side buttons even feel a little inconsistent between each other, but just at the ends of the buttons, it does have a little bit of post-travel that goes into the mouse and even lifts up the opposite end of the plastic. Again, not something I felt in game, but if you're somebody who hits the side buttons at the extremes of the sides, you'll notice that in game for sure. So overall, again, it's really going to boil down to how badly you wanted a lightweight NP01S without having to mod your Vaxi NP01S 4K. If you already own a NP01S, I wouldn't say run out and grab the Nyfter mouse. If you're somebody who really loved it, you sold it because of the weight issue. Again, the mouse comes in at 52 grams, built like a tank. Switches feel good. Performance to me felt great. I didn't have any issues with any RF signal disturbances. 4K felt consistent. Used this thing in tac shooters, used it in battle royales like Apex, Fortnite. I just don't have any issues or areas of concern where I can really poke holes into the mouse at all. The only thing I did notice was I think on some of the glass pads I tested, the liftoff distance might need to be set a little bit higher. The sensor kind of messed up a little bit when testing the Psy from Konami. But other than that, the default skates feel good. Build quality, great. The price being at 120 euros, because it is a clone of a mouse, I wish that price was lower with the 4K dongle. Maybe, 89, 99 bucks tops. But, depending on how you guys feel about the price and the fact that the mouse feels like the feeling and overall experience of a budget mouse like the Nyfter G Hero Pro, it's really going to be the driving factor for your purchase. To me, though, again, the mouse overall feels solid. Performance on it, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the feel. To me, it feels a little bit larger than the Vaxi NP01S. And to me, that helped a little bit because the NP01S was a smidge too small for me. So watch the NP01S video that I posted, and you can look at size and shape comparisons. But the mouse is almost spot on with an NP01S, and you guys can see that on the ELO shapes comparison as well. There is a RGB light here on the side as well that appears to always stay on. I didn't try to turn that off in the software, but I'm sure there is the potential that you can. And to me, overall battery life felt perfectly fine. So again, a pretty solid mouse here from Nyfter. Just, it's not refreshing. You can't avoid the fact that it's a clone of another shape. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Again, if you want a solid mouse, budget mouse that feels like an NPO1, you can look at the Ziigaat Arete Pro. If you want a mouse like the NPO1S, but you want it at that 52 gram mark, plus or minus 1 grams, depending on deviation from the factory, you can look at the Nyfter Ergolight 4K. That's going to be it for this one, though, guys. I hope it helped. If it did, please leave a sub to the channel. See you guys in the next review. Peace.